WWE Evolution preview and predictions. Liv Morgan's injured, but we did our best. Image, WWE. It wasn't a smooth riding leading into WWE Evolution, but there are some decent matches lined up for Sunday's premium live event. Of all the people WWE likely didn't want to get injured before the PLE, it was Liv Morgan. It was either going to be her against Nikki Bella or she and Raquel Rodriguez against Nikki and Brie Bella in the main event. Either way, it would have been the featured angle heading into the show, the one used to sell tickets and such. Morgan not being on the show hurts, but so does not having Bella in a marquee match. I think some fans underestimate how big of stars the Bellas are. Their Bella army is massive but not necessarily tied to wrestling all the time. They follow Nikki and Brie wherever they go, and there would be far more buzz about Evolution if Nikki hadn't been relegated to the Battle Royal. Still, some good matches and interesting stories could take place on Sunday. Below are previews and predictions for each match at Evolution. WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton defends against Trish Stratus. Stratton is a -2,000 favorite to retain, and I certainly wouldn't bet against that. It's not hard to figure out why the oddsmakers are so certain Stratton will win. Stratus is a returning legend, and while that's fun for now, she's not going to be back for the long haul. I don't think too many fans are going into this one thinking she has a shot. Stratton will win clean. Naomi cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase could be teased here, but I'm not sure it will happen. If she does attempt it, I'd expect Stratus to help Stratton fight her off before the two babyfaces share a passing of the torch moment in the ring together. Prediction: Tiffany Stratton retains. WWE Women's World Champion IYO SKY defends against Rhea Ripley. It was good sportsmanship of Sky to pick Rhea Ripley as her title challenger for Evolution, but it's likely going to cost her the championship, with Julia and Stephanie Vaquer up on the main roster. This is Grace's division now, and her crowning takes place at Evolution. I'm not certain how long of a reign she will have, as she probably can't be kept away from the main roster for much longer either. And Monroe is right there to take the title off her when that time comes. Prediction: Jordynne Grace wins the title. WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch defends against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria in a three-way. Lynch is listed as a -2,000 favorite to retain, and she probably will, but those odds are too high for me. Obviously, it's a triple threat match for a title, and Lynch is the only heel in there, so this appears to be set up for her to retain by stealing a pin or some other type of underhanded. Triple H doesn't always do things right by the book, however. This is the guy who will have the babyface team get the advantage in War Games matches after all. So just because it's set up like this doesn't necessarily mean Lynch will win. Bayley, +350, hasn't exactly been a true blue babyface leading up to this match either. She could easily do something underhanded to get the win, and it wouldn't be inconsistent with how she's been acting lately. There is a big part of me that thinks she could do exactly that, leading to Lynch and Valkyria, +600, both blaming the other and continuing their feud without the Intercontinental title involved. NXT Women's Champion Jacy Jayne defends against Jordynne Grace. As of this writing, Grace is a -250 favorite to win the NXT Women's Championship at Evolution, but I would rate her as a much heavier favorite than that. This match currently has the closest odds of any on the show. I feel pretty confident Grace is walking away with the title, however, likely after Blake Monroe helps her fend off Jayne's run-in buddies. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defend against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Asuka and Kairi Sane, and Sol Ruca and Zarya in a four-way. The oddsmakers have Rodriguez and Perez listed as -500 favorites. To the next highest odds are Bliss and Flair at +300, who are my picks to win. I don't know if their story needs the titles, but they need a reason to continue teaming together, and winning the belts accomplishes that. I read Flair's Players Tribune article and I listened to a lot of her interviews. It's clear she really wants to be liked. You can tell it would mean a lot to her. There is pain there, too. Some of it from being a celebrity who is criticized constantly, some of it from her brother Reed's passing, and some of it from her failed marriages. I don't know how much real life is feeding into the on-screen story, but it almost seems as though Bliss' character sees what's happening with Ashley Fleer too. I'm interested in seeing where this goes. If the story blends in real life and becomes about a constantly criticized celebrity trying to find peace, I'm down for it. It seems like a very relevant story for our times. Asuka and Sane are listed as +500 underdogs and Sol Ruka and Zarya at +900. I've really enjoyed Ruka and Zarya so far and, obviously, the Kabuki Warriors are great, so this should be a fun match. No holds barred, Jade Cargill vs Naomi. Cargill is listed as a -2000 favorite and I don't disagree with that at all. WWE sees a big star in Cargill and I don't think she is going to lose a singles match, other than a MITB cash-in scenario, in a long time. This won't be a squash match, however. They will want Naomi to make this a competitive bout. That's likely why it's no-holds-barred battle royal for a title shot at Clash in Paris. Nikki Bella, Stephanie Vacker, Natalya, Maxine Dupree, Nia Jax, Ivy Nile confirmed entrance. There are no odds listed for this match, but if Nikki Bella doesn't win, I will be very surprised. The winner of this bout gets a title shot at Clash in Paris, and that seems like a fitting spot for the Bellas to be in the spotlight. There will be surprises, legends returning, and the whole 9 yards. It will be a chance for the live crowd to cheer names that they haven't seen in years while getting as many names as possible on the card. WWE Evolution 2025 matches cancelled. With the all-female WWE Premium Live event Evolution 2025 coming up on July 13th, there have been some expected matches cancelled. So far announced for the event, a series of exciting matches, although there were definitely others that were teased but didn't end up coming to be. Here are 6 WWE Evolution 2025 matches that seemed likely but ended up not taking place. 6. Nikki Bella vs Liv Morgan. After making her return to WWE Raw, Nikki Bella's first promo back in the company was promptly interrupted by Liv Morgan. Morgan would go on to deliver an oblivion to Bella and seemingly signaled that a future physical showdown between the two was incoming. However, after Morgan was taken out of action due to injury, the storyline was scrapped. Liv Morgan was replaced as WWE Women's World Tag Team Champion with newly voted in Judgment Day member Roxanne Perez, while Bella will now be in the Evolution Battle Royal instead. WWE's cancelled plans for the Bella Twins are revealed. A major storyline involving current WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Raquel Rodriguez and the legendary Bella Twins was in the works but was ultimately scrapped, the champion confirmed. During a recent appearance on the Love Wrestling podcast, Rodriguez shed light on plans that would have pitted the current era against trailblazers of the past. Rodriguez explained that the on-screen interactions between her tag team partner, Liv Morgan, and Nikki Bella were indeed leading to a significant program before an injury to Morgan brought everything to a halt. The timing of the cancelled angle coincides with Nikki Bella's confirmed return for the Evolution event on July 13, 2025. Original plans reportedly involved a feud between Nikki and Liv Morgan, but Morgan's shoulder injury forced a change in creative direction. Nikki is now scheduled to compete in a women's battle royal at the event. While the initial focus was on Nikki, Rodriguez made it clear her ambition was for a full tag team encounter. She expressed a strong desire to face both sisters, acknowledging their iconic status and the personal significance a match would hold. This sentiment aligns with reports that Brie Bella has not been formally contacted about a return. Despite the setback, Rodriguez remains optimistic that the dream match can happen down the line, viewing it as a matter of when, not if news. Roxanne Perez makes championship promise as tag team title fatal 4-way set for WWE Evolution 2025. The landscape of WWE's women's tag team division has shifted dramatically following Liv Morgan's injury, but Roxanne Perez is stepping up to the plate with confidence. The rising star has publicly vowed to deliver in her maiden title defense alongside Raquel Rodriguez at Evolution 2025, setting T. The landscape of WWE's women's tag team division has shifted dramatically following Liv Morgan's injury, but Roxanne Perez is stepping up to the plate with confidence. The rising star has publicly vowed to deliver in her maiden title defense alongside Raquel Rodriguez at Evolution 2025, setting the stage for what promises to be a career-defining moment. Fatal 4-Way Championship Clash headlines Evolution card. WWE Evolution 2025 on July 13 will showcase the Women's Tag Team Championships in a high-stakes Fatal 4-Way match. Rodriguez and Perez will defend their gold against three formidable challengers, the veteran duo of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, the emerging powerhouse team of Sol Ruca and Zarya, and the legendary Japanese pairing of Asuka and Kairi Sane. This match represents a significant test for the current champions, particularly given the recent roster changes. The Fatal 4-Way format adds an extra layer of unpredictability, as champions can lose their titles without being directly pinned or submitted. Perez steps into championship role following Morgan's injury. The championship picture changed abruptly when Liv Morgan suffered a shoulder injury during the June 16 episode of Monday Night Raw. This setback forced WWE to reshuffle their women's tag team division, with Perez stepping in as Rodriguez's new partner and co-champion. The timing couldn't be more challenging for Perez, who now faces the pressure of her first title defense at one of WWE's premier women's wrestling events. However, the young competitor appears unfazed by the circumstances surrounding her championship opportunity. Champion's social media declaration shows confidence. Perez took to Twitter to address both her current partner Rodriguez and the injured Morgan, demonstrating her commitment to the championship